Welcome to Right on Track, a songwriting podcast. Thanks to Tone for tuning in. I'm Demi Michelle Schwartz, and I'm thrilled you're joining me on my songwriting journey. So kick back and relax, don't fall flat, and remember, stay right on track. Hey everyone, welcome back to Right on Track. This is the last episode of 2024, and it's going to be an amazing one because I have a returning guest. Please welcome Sarah Louise. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Demi. Thank you for having me on again the show.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you.
Yeah, so I looked back at the calendar, and if I'm remembering correctly, you were on episode 34, which was in January of 2022. It was that long ago. So, what have you been up to since then?
Wow. Far too much. I've basically been recording albums, recording new music. I've been to Nashville. So that was the year I went to Nashville, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the year I went to Nashville. I've been to Nashville twice since then. Went to Knoydart in Scotland to do a songwriting retreat. Um, Wrote a charity single. Oh, so much has happened. And a whole Change of Plan album was out last year. This year even. Yeah, it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy time.
Yeah,
I've
no,
just
for
been
sure.
writing.
No, it's been wild. It's crazy to look back at like Cheers. I feel like Cheers isn't that long, but when you're a songwriter and an artist and doing lots of things, like look back in Cheers, like I'm just looking back of the things I've done over the past years, and it's like, oh my gosh. Well, 3 years even if you think about it, because you were on at the beginning of 2022.
Yes, that's actually true. It's more.
It's so
Wow.
crazy.
That's why I'm thinking to myself, wow, in 2 years, or 3 years even,
Yeah.
I've brought out 3 more albums. Because my mission is to bring out 10 albums in 10 years, and I'm now on album 6, original
Oh, it's
albums
so
anyway.
fun.
Because I just wanna do that, like,
Yeah.
when you've got a legacy, as you know yourself, Demi, what is the point of having all the songs in your phone?
Yeah.
There's no
Awesome.
point, is there?
Well, yeah, no, it's crazy. So, before we dive into chatting about the re release of Sunflower and your Christmas song, I want to spend some time to chat about the importance of reflection during this time of year. I'm the kind of person who goes all the time. And I think this is the time of year where I really try to sit down and reflect on the past year and what I've accomplished and the wins that I want to celebrate. So, for you, what are some of the biggest highlights that you've had this year?
Wow, that's a really good question. Um, so the biggest highlights for me this year are all the success with Sunflower. Um, it's received over like 20 million views on Instagram. It's gone to multiple, like nearly over 134 countries. Um, and it just makes me feel so proud that a song so small could grow so big, but it's not small. And it's just so ironic because the song is about starting off small, and it's just literally snowballed into this big song where everybody uses it in their videos. And it's like over 75,000 videos now on Instagram people have used the song for. And it's really growing on TikTok, YouTube. And I don't know, I feel like that's a highlight of my year because it's made me sort of highlight me as an artist, and I didn't even know that song was as impactful as what it is, and it's just made me wanna write more.
That's amazing. Well, congratulations on that. I remember
Thank you.
talking to you like way back when you originally put that song out, and it's really cool to see the evolution from then until now.
It's great. That's why I decided to re-release it as an acoustic version, um, and also as a dance track because I just wanted to give it the same impact, but for people that may not like country music, so they kind of feel it in a different way, so they still get to hear it.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I did a similar thing because in 2022, I released an EP, It Is What It Is. and that won Album of the Year at the ICA Awards in
Oh,
2023.
wow, well
And
done.
yeah, and one of the songs on there, Halfway Out of This Town, it was never a single, but it like instantly became like the favorite for like a lot of people. And that song kind of took on a life of its own. And so this year, on the 1 year anniversary of when I won the award, I released an acoustic version of that song. So I think it's really
Oh,
cool
wow.
when we can do stuff like that to kind of
Well, do you know
color it in a
what? Did
different
you
way.
know? Did you
Huh.
even know, Demi, that that was gonna be the most popular one?
No, no, not at all.
So
It's just
that's
like a
just like
piano ballad.
and don't you find though that the most stripped back songs are the most popular because
Yeah,
you can really hear your heartfelt soul in it, like when you're
yeah,
singing something like that, nothing is covered up. You're just hearing instruments and voice, and it's a story, and it just feels like it's coming from your heart.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think as someone who does like pop music as well, it's like I love doing the fun production and stuff, but every once in a while, like I'm working on a new EP right now, and there's a song on it that's very similar vibe of Halfway Out of This Town, where it's going to be a piano ballad, and I'm really excited because those ones are special for us as songwriters because, like you said, it really showcases, the song, the voice, and that. And I think even though that album or that EP has other songs that are more produced with a lot of live instrumentation, drums, that kind of thing, I think it's nice to have a song on there that's just very stripped back.
I think so too. But congratulations
Thank
on
you,
your
and you
award. That's
too.
amazing.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's crazy. I think this year, looking back this year, biggest highlights for me. Probably released my sophomore pop album, Hear Me Out in August. That was big for me. I've been working on that for a while, so I'm happy that's out.
Amazing.
Couple
So
other
how many albums have
awards.
you got out now, Demi?
So I have two albums and one EP.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
And
it feels
then
great when it's original, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. And I think another highlight for me would probably be my Josie Music Award that I got. That was nuts. I was not expecting it. I was very sad because I was unable to attend in Nashville, and I
Oh,
was really
wow.
sad. And an artist I know messaged me the morning after Passive Aggressive won the Songwriter Achievement Award, and I was just like floored because I woke up to that message. So the night before, I was like
Oh, you
very
didn't even
sad.
know?
I didn't even know I won because I wasn't in
Oh,
there, and
wow.
she
That
messaged
is
me, and I
so
was like, "Oh my
humble.
god, I know, it's crazy."
Oh, that's
So,
so, so cool.
yeah. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. So, I think we both had nice years.
Oh, I think we've had a bit of success then. That's good. And all the hard work's been paying off by the sounds of it.
Yeah. So, just to kind of wind down on this part of the chat, in general, why do you think it's important to do some reflection during this time of year and celebrate the successes?
I think it's important to reflect on what you've achieved so you can keep going because otherwise, what are we doing it for? Like, what is your why? What is your reason? Otherwise, we're just doing it for the sheer hell of it. Like, I've now got a saying, is this getting me closer to my goal? Everything I do, I say to myself, is this serving me right now? Like, is this sparking me any joy? If it's not, it's got to go. I haven't got time. So it's really important to reflect on what serves you and what you want to bring to the table next year because although it's cliche New Year's resolutions, it's also really helpful to put it all in a funnel and bring out the most important things and prioritize.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think it's really important to reflect and celebrate this time of year because sometimes as we're going throughout the year, we can have those spots where it feels like we are not successful and things aren't working out and that kind of thing. And we all have those moments. But when you get to the end of the year and you're able to look back and say, I did this, 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 then it reminds you that, like, even though every day wasn't a perfect one, you still had good and great moments that you're able to celebrate. And I think even the little things, I think celebrating the small things as well. Like, yes, the massive music success and the awards are great things, but just the little things, like we wrote new songs this year. And I think that's like the root of
I
what we do as
think that is the most
songwriters.
important
It
thing. I mean, I
is.
don't know about you, but Spotify Wrapped for me every year just makes me feel like, oh my God, wow. And sometimes I know we don't get a lot of money for streaming, and then they've cut back a lot more now. You've got to like get 1,000 streams before you even get a look in. But it I think it helps as a platform to see where your music is traveling to and who's playlisted it, and it just feels like a pat on the back, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's so funny because, like, this time of year, I feel like my Christmas music has consistently done the best.
Oh, that's really
It's
good.
really weird. Like, there's certain songs of mine that, like, took off too, but, like, every Christmas single I've released, and there's been 6 so far, all of them
Oh my
have been,
god, you got
like
6 Christmas
yeah.
singles. That is so cool.
Yeah, and they're all original. But, like, every time I release a Christmas song, it's like this time of year, it does well, and the cool thing is, and you'll realize this too now that you have an original out as well, like, next year when Christmas comes around, like, people return to that music, and I think that's the cool thing about Christmas songs is they come back every year, and because people don't wear them out all year round, it's refreshing to come back every year versus the regular music that can be old after a while. It's those Christmas songs we all come back to over and over and over, and so I think having Christmas songs is really great as artists.
I actually love writing Christmas songs because it gives you a chance to actually reflect in your songs about what's important to you at Christmas, and it gives you a chance to kind of think about special memories that you've had at Christmas, and it puts it in a song. And also, it makes you realise that other people can relate to you as well. And I remember seeing in my Spotify top 10 because I do like a Spotify top 10 every week, and I see who's been listening to "Let It Snow" is one of my cover songs of it. That's been played throughout the whole year.
Yeah, no, it's wild. People I listen to
I was
Christmas
like,
music
"What are
all
you
year round.
doing?"
I do.
That's so funny. Is it because it just makes you happy
I
or
guess. I mean, I literally have a song. One of mine's called "Tinsel Heart," and it's about how I wish it could be Christmas all year round. So believe me, I'm listening to
that's
Christmas
quite
songs all year
relevant?
round.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna have to listen to these.
Yeah, yeah. Well, back to what you said about reflecting on what Christmas means to you to write the song. I think that's what's so cool when you start to write more and more. Because, like I said, I have 6, and I have others I wrote that I haven't released, and all of them are different. Like they're all about Christmas and me in a way, but they all have different angles to them, and that made me realize, like when really started to write Christmas songs, it made me really realize that like Christmas, it means different things to different people, but it can also mean multiple things to the same person, and it's been really fun to explore that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's something because I wrote a song this year with my friend Rob because we've kind of teamed up as a duo sometimes and what we played live together and he helped me at one of my London shows and I went round his and we were just like, oh, we're going to do something for live in the living room, and James is like, do you want to write a song for live in the living room? And I said because we had so much to do, me and Rob, we're like, let's just write a song. Well, let's not do a cover. Let's write a song. So we wrote a Christmas song in like 2 days, and we're like, this is nuts. But we actually really like it because it's reflecting on splitting up with someone over Christmas and reaching out to them. Um, and almost like how you sometimes forget about what people have done because it's Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like excusing things because it's like life's too short. It's Christmas. Come on, let's have a cuddle. You know.
Yeah.
It's, but we haven't done anything with that song because we haven't had time to sort of record it. But we did a video of it, and it's just really fun. I
Yeah.
can see why you like writing Christmas songs because it helps you. It's like a little bit of therapy, isn't it?
Yeah. No, absolutely for sure. So, speaking about yours, Pray for Snow, can you share the inspiration behind this one?
Yeah, so I went to see my friend Tom in Wales because we're recording a charity song together called Cup of Coffee for Shelter, which is like a homeless charity. And as I went up there, he said, Sarah, I've started writing this Christmas song. Do you want to have a listen to it? And I said, oh, Tom, I love it. Like he literally got the first few lines down, and it was about going up into the loft and getting some Christmas decorations down, and I was thinking, "I can really relate to that, Tom. Let's work on this." And we just literally did it in one night. And this was like the 12th of December last year, so it was too late to release it. So we said, let's get it out next year because it's too late now. And I said to him this year, Tom, we need to get a choir on that track because it sounds like it needs people praying like a choir in the background, and we didn't have time to get a choir, but we released it as it is. So eventually we'll do another re-release of it next year, hopefully, and get a choir. I can just imagine like a gospel choir doing I pray, and continuous, I hear it, when you hear something
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
and with violins and
Uh-huh.
cello.
Yeah, yeah.
I just I think it'd be beautiful with an orchestra. I just
Yeah.
really love that idea. But this particular time, we just thought, right, let's get it out on the 1st of December, let people hear it. And everyone loves it. And I'm just, it touches my heart that people love it so much. Look, it had 1,000 streams in the first week, and that made me feel so happy.
Yeah. Oh, that's
My
so
friend's
great.
like, "You are addicted to numbers. Like, it doesn't matter how many people have listened to it." I went, "Yeah, but to me it does because then it feels like it's heard." I don't know. I'm not. It's like a release of dopamine, isn't it? It's like, "Ooh, people like my song."
Yeah. Well, I love how you wrote it in December. I know it's kind of popular to write Christmas songs in July, like that's a thing. But for me
I
personally,
can't do that.
I like to write when I'm in the Christmas spirit, like
Yeah, because you're
naturally.
already in it, aren't you? You can already see it, and you almost kind of wish that you could have a little bit of snow just to make you forget everything, because it kind of covers it up and makes the world look pretty, doesn't it, for a minute?
Yeah.
And I just feel like snow changes everything. And I know it also sometimes causes chaos, but snow on Christmas Day is magical. I don't care what anyone says, it's magical to see.
Yeah. That was funny because I have a song called Snow on Christmas Day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
wow.
literally about wanting to be home because we get snow here usually. But
So
yeah,
you're used to snow, aren't you?
Huh?
You're used to snow, aren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. So the song is literally about how I like to be home to see the snow on Christmas Day. That's what it's about. So it's funny when you
Oh,
said
that
that.
sounds lovely. So we hardly get it anymore because like, in the UK, it's kind of getting warmer at Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Here
we haven't
too at
had snow for
times.
years.
Yeah, and people think global warming doesn't exist.
Yeah,
It does.
but yeah, I love seeing snow on Christmas. I think it's special
Yeah, no,
because
it
it doesn't
definitely
doesn't
is.
matter what age you are, whatever age you are, it's still really magical, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to do the choir version. I think that'd be really cool. I have this whole idea in my head. I really want to do, like, I'm all about the original songs, but by 2026, I'll probably have enough for an album. Of Christmas music, and so I was thinking like it'd be nice to do like a traditional carol just to throw that in. And I've always loved the first Noel. That's my favorite. And
Oh,
I had
yeah.
this idea to do like a fully a cappella version.
Wow, that would
And
be
I
amazing.
know, but I don't know if I could pull it off. It might be a bit of a nightmare, but I was actually in an a cappella group when I was in high school and I really enjoyed it. So, we'll see. Do you know Dan and Shay?
Yes, I love Dan and
Yeah,
Shay.
so on their Christmas album, they have Silent Night and it's fully a cappella.
Is it really?
Yeah, and it's really pretty because whatever vocal effect they put on their voices, it makes it sound like they're singing in an empty chapel.
Oh,
And
that
so it's
must be
really
amazing.
pretty. And so like that's the
So do
kind of
they use
thing
harmonies and stuff, yeah?
they do. Yeah, and then so I will like do that myself, but like I think it'd be really cool to do something like that.
Oh, how inspiring. I'm gonna have a listen to that.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's like I get chills when I hear it. It's so good.
Oh, how lovely. I love their voices. They're just so in sync, aren't they?
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. So, winding down this chat, oh my goodness, it has been so fun having you back on this show. But 2024 is coming to an end, which means 2025 is just around the corner. So, what plans do you have for the new year?
I can't believe 2025 is gonna be here, and it's just come so quickly. So, I've already planned in 3 months worth of recordings in, um in the first 3 months of the year. So I'm going back in the studio to record 2 songs that I've already recorded with my friends Rob and Michael, and also Ross and Michael. I wrote that on, it's, like a songwriting workshop that I go to once every quarter in London, and I meet lots of lovely people, and we write songs together, and we have to write to a script. But it's really nice because it takes you off piece a little bit, and it makes you realise on your own you can do something good, but with other people with different ideas, it's amazing to collaborate. So I'm releasing 4 collaborations next year, and I've just got to record them. And I'm working on a new album next year, and also going to be at Country on the Coast festival in April. So I'm really excited to work on some new material and share it at as many places as I can, and hopefully get back to Nashville. and also planning to get to Japan because my song Sunflower has gone so crazy out there. I just want to go out there and sing it.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Have you ever been to Japan?
Neither have I. I've never been to another continent.
Oh my
I've never
goodness!
even been to Europe, and I'm very sad because I want to go to the UK.
You've never what?
No, I've only been to States and some of the Caribbean islands.
To be fair, there's so much to see in America, isn't there? So I can't blame you because it's like you can have a holiday inside your own country and not have you still travel 8 hours, but you've only gone
Yeah.
upstate. I can see what you're doing, but wow,
Yeah.
amazing. But there's so many places to see, and I totally recommend, like, Australia,
Oh, I really wanna go to Australia. I've never
oh, I
even been
love
to
Australia.
Canada, which is ridiculous because, like, you could drive to Canada from
Oh, I
Pennsylvania,
love
and,
Canada.
the one thing is I'll never forgive my family. I was in California with a friend, and my parents and my sister went to Niagara Falls the same weekend, and I'm like, "You guys couldn't have, like, picked a different weekend when I was home so we could all go?" But
Oh,
whatever.
so you didn't get to go, bless you. I went to Niagara Falls on ice, which was the most magical experience. To see Niagara Falls frozen, it was so bizarre. How can something of such force freeze?
Yeah, I gotta go.
It was so mad. It was so mad. I loved it. But
Awesome.
yeah. So yeah, that's the plan next year. Lots of traveling, lots of festivals, lots of recordings, lots of well, one album out. I've already got a name for it as well.
Perfect. Well, I'm so excited for you. And just to wrap up, can you share any final thoughts of inspiration for the listeners as we wrap up another year?
I would say, like, my saying, it goes for every year, but this year more than anything, the people that mind don't matter, and the people that matter don't mind. Don't waste time on people that don't matter. Just let it go.
Let it go. Not gonna
And
sing more so I don't get copyrighted, but there you
yeah,
go.
yeah, I love that, I love that. Yeah, just be yourself, be real.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was a total joy having you back to wrap up this year of this show. Can you please share with everybody where they can find you online and check out your music?
So, thank you for listening and
You're
thanks for having me on,
welcome.
Demi, and Merry Christmas.
You too.
So you can find me at www.sarahlouise.biz. That's my website, or you can find me on all social media networks at Sarah Louise Music Official on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, YouTube. I post quite a lot, so yeah, you can see me, or you can get my newsletter at my website, and then you'll find out where I'm gigging, what I'm doing, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting 25.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again for joining me.
Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. And listeners, thank you so much for listening to this chat with Sarah. And I hope you have a fabulous rest of the year. And I'll see you in 2025. But until then, stay
Stay
right
right
on
on track.
track.